Hey, what's up everybody? It's Uncle Mad here. We have arrived at the parking garage at the Universal Orlando Resort. We popped in here yesterday for a brief tour around the park, did a couple rides, couple quick little food things. I deleted all the footage like an idiot for the most part, so hopefully we'll actually document our time here a little bit more today, but I don't really know what all we're gonna get to do today. I haven't even looked at what the wait times are kind of looking like. As I've been mentioning several times on this trip, I'm trying to do things that I either haven't done before or haven't done that often, but that doesn't mean if I see something fun that I love that's got a short wait, I won't do that too. Definitely want to try the crepes today. That's the one thing that I have checked off, is this is something we're going to try to do, is we're going to try to get those crepes. So let's head on in to the parks and see what there is to see. It's that Michael Scott line about like starting a sentence and not knowing where it's even going half the time. I feel like that when I'm doing these vlogs. I have to pee really bad, and I find myself wondering, why do parking garages often not have restrooms in them? So I feel like downtown Nashville, people end up like peeing in like little corners and like in the stairwells and stuff all the time. But if they had restrooms in them, that wouldn't happen. Just a thought. Mystery Machine is out. And there's Scooby and Shaggy. I think that's actually Matthew Lillard. Right over here, this little stretch of stores is rumored to be the new home for the Tribute store, probably starting with the Mardi Gras store, which would explain why the AP Lounge has been moved. Interesting. It's been over there on the New York area for like forever, but maybe there's more space to work with in this little stretch of stores. Beetlejuice is out again, and on that theme, I don't know that I've ever seen the Universal Orlando Horror Makeup Show, so let's go check it out. Cool display stuff here in the lobby for you to observe and look at while you're waiting. Chain. Famous horror villain, the Grinch.
9 months of my hard work, it's killing my own kid. Let's give it up for Eddie!
Yay!
Let's give it up for Eddie!
Yay!
Very impressive. Question. Yeah, I thought you said this for a children's show or something? So I lied a little. I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna feel a sensation. It's gonna be like, ah! Actually, you probably won't remember that, but when you wake up, your pants will be wet. So. We got a big picture here. Grace over here, big smile for the insurance company. All right, Grace, stand still for me. I'm gonna turn them on. Here we go. Oh, what was that? See that? Yeah. He asked for me for a second. Get back! Are you good? Oh, good. That's good. That's a good sign. Okay. I'm glad it's in there. Isn't that cool? Okay. This is the technology that they used for the original Jurassic Park. Down. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Can you go to the left for me? Like that. Can you go to the right? Can you do it like faster? Like bum, bum, bum. I do my head touch. Grace, how you feeling? Alright, no worries. Here we go, Grace. Can you do this for me? Wave to the kids.
Hi, Noah. I'm Eddie. I live under your bed.
Just kidding, he is too big to fit under there.
I live in your closet.
Alright, Grace, put your hand on your tummy for me.
Very cool, Mark. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you, Grace. You are a good sport. There's a little picture for your refrigerator. That's for you. Big hand for the lovely Grace. And family, and of course, Maddie. Don't forget everybody.
All right, so the horror and makeup show was awesome. That was so much fun. The hosts were great, the jokes were great. I mean, the makeup artist guy was hilarious. Like, he was giving off like sort of almost like Stefan from SNL vibes. It was great. I think it's kind of even probably rewatchable because I've seen clips online before and there's a lot of different jokes and gags today. So I think they do a lot of improv in it. So it also probably changes up a lot based on who the volunteer they pull out of the audience is. So glad I did that. That was absolutely hilarious. Good show. I think it's time to get a crepe. All right, so we have our order for our crepe in, just waiting for them to call our names. I have gone with the smoked brisket crepe today. So we'll see how this turns out. All right, there it is. Got our crepe. Took about 20 minutes because they're making everything fresh, even the crepes themselves. So make sure if you're gonna order this, you got time to wait, that you're not trying to get to something else or something like that. But if you're gonna give it a shot, I'm gonna pull a little brisket out just for starters. Ugh. Pretty good. Alright, I don't even really know how you're supposed to really eat this, but we're gonna try. Oh god, this is probably gonna be a mess. That's really good. I don't know that I'd wait for this every time. If it was like a hotter day, it might have been miserable standing over there in the sun waiting for this for 20 minutes, but on a day like today where we don't have anything else really going on, got time to kill, this was worth it. Alright, so there's one thing definitively at Universal Studios that I have never done, and in fact I've outright refused to do it. But if we're doing things we've never done before, today might be the day. Nope, too long. Alright, so I figured I'd plot down for a second, take a look through the wait time, see if there's anything worth making my way to on the quickness. Dr. Doom 15, Fast and Furious 35, way too long. Hagrid's 120, Forbidden Journey 45, that's not terrible. Dirt Ride Rockets 70, could maybe do Single Rider if that's open. 75 for Velocicoaster, 40 for Alien Attack. 55 for Mummy. I might walk by Mummy and see if Single Rider is open over there. Hulk 65, Simpsons 40, Gringotts 80, Jimmy Fallon 25, Reign of Kong delayed, Spider-Man delayed, Transformers 100 minutes, that's crazy. Ripsaw Falls 25, River Adventure 50. I think the rest is all like Krakoa, volcano-based stuff. Well, Popeye's 5 minutes. That's all over Islands of Adventure, though. The two things that look like a reasonable time are over at Islands of Adventure right now. So other than like Transformers, nothing seems like crazy busy, but I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get on anything right now. Feels busier in the park, but just by the crowds, like the streets were not this packed yesterday. But the ride times aren't too bad. Or at least they don't seem too bad. We'll see. Another Christmas tree still standing. So the question's gonna be now, the Tribute store's moving over to the other location. What's gonna go here where it usually goes? Some type of new store? Huh. We'll find out soon enough, I suppose. I wonder if this little garage door on the side of the Transformer building actually works. I don't know what you would need it for, but it would be interesting if it did work. Still one of the ones I've never done, but I don't see it happening because I cannot imagine waiting 75 minutes to ride a Minions ride when I've never even seen a Minions movie. But they are taking over this whole little area of Universal. You know what? I've never had a voodoo donut. Maybe we try that. That one looks gnarly. I might should have got that. We got the dirt. It's basically like a cookies and cream top donut. Oh, got that. That's a good donut. There's a lot in there in Voodoo I would have tried. I could be in there for like an hour eating donuts. Got so many wild varieties and choices. I'll be back. All right, kind of making a left turn here. In the spirit of things I've never done before. Manchester United has a game, FA Cup game against Everton today at 3 o'clock. So I just looked up what's the local bar that people in Orlando go watch United at. Found it. It's not too far from Universal. So I'm gonna go there, try to watch the match. And then I'll come back here later and hang out some more tonight. This should be interesting. So I think the only other time I can remember being in like downtown Orlando proper was when I was down here refereeing in the soccer tournament at Wide World of Sports. I came into the city to go to an Orlando City FC game. It's before, this is shortly after we knew we were starting to get Nashville SC going, so that was kind of my first experience going to like one of the newer MLS stadiums, and it kind of very similar vibes to what we've got at Geodis Park now. So I just had a flashback to that when I was seeing the signs for the stadium coming into downtown. But parked, we're gonna go figure out, I think the bar where the game's on is just up the street over there, so gonna go check it out, see what the scene's like. $2 an hour to park. Can we get that in Nashville? Please. Somebody call the Orlando City Mayor and figure out how you get this cheap parking. So it just popped in my head that I wondered if the Magic played a home game while I was going to be down here, so I looked it up. They played a home game last night against the Memphis Grizzlies here in Orlando. I should have tried to go to that. Yesterday was just a catastrophe on every level. All right, there it is, Elixir. I don't know what's going on over there. All right, so unless there's like a secret room I can't find, they're definitely not showing the game here, but I felt weird about just walking in and not getting anything, so did grab a beer. They handed me a menu, so here's a look at what you can eat at Elixir should you ever come here. I do like this place. It's a shame that apparently the game's not gonna be shown, but it's a cool layout. I'd come here if I lived here. Downtown Orlando is interesting. It's kind of like being back on campus at MTSU back in the day when we had our little campus preachers screaming on all corners. Elixir was a pretty cool little bar. Kind of reminded me of something you might see in like 5 Points or East Nashville area. Light disappointed there wasn't a watch party for the game. That's entirely possible. That I got the wrong information though, because I'm not from here. So I did Google just best soccer bars in Orlando, and I found another one. So I'm gonna walk over there and see if anything's going on over there, and we'll see what happens. This is really giving me like old Nashville vibes, where you could just like walk through downtown and just not see anybody. And now there's just too many people all over the place in Nashville now. It sucks. Also, they've got Bird bikes here. It's definitely an upgrade over the scooters. Well, there it is. Would appear I was in the wrong place all along. Highlighted it when I went in, but that place was called the Celt, or the Harp, or something like that. Either way, it was good. United won 2-1 over Everton, advanced to the next round of the FA Cup. Glad I found somewhere to watch the match. I like that place. All right, that was a lot of fun. That was cool to find a place to watch the United game. It wasn't like a supporters group get together the way we have in Nashville at places like the Lost Patty. It was more like, if you go to a place like, what's that place called? Oh, what's the one downstairs in Printers Alley? Fleet Street. They have the Arsenal get-togethers there, but if you go there any other time when other matches are on, they've got all the matches on there. Places like that. Dan McGinnis back in the day was that way, where it was like, it's a soccer bar, so they're going to show the soccer game that's on, but it wasn't necessarily like it was a United bar. There's a couple dudes in United strips in there that were cheering on the team, but it wasn't like when you go and the full United supporters group is there and everybody's kind of bantering and having a good time. But cool place nonetheless. I'm gonna make that on my list for future trips. If there's a game I want to watch when I'm in town, Harp and Celt or whatever it was called, it's definitely where I will go in the future. I should probably remember what it's called if I'm going to go there in the future. But like it was listed under like 3 different names on Google. Like it was hard to find for a second because like one time it took me like a street over from where it actually was. So cool place though. Love the vibe. I kind of like the general vibe of downtown Orlando itself. It kind of reminds me of like old Nashville. Like it's like cool, kind of modern, hate to use the word, but it kind of fits hip bars, but it's like the masses haven't infiltrated and taken over yet. And I think that's going to be a benefit Orlando will have over Nashville, is all the tourist stuff here keeps people from infiltrating the cool stuff they have going on downtown. At least that's just like kind of my initial assessment from just kind of a brief little loop around one little small corner of the downtown area. Still mad I missed the chance to go see the Grizzlies play the Magic. What the heck? I don't know why that never popped into my mind until I was actually down here walking around and I was like, oh, I wonder if they got a game tonight. Oh, they just played the team from Tennessee the night before. Whatever. Let's head back over to Universal and see what's going on there. Time is a flat circle. We are back at the Universal parking garage. Gonna make our way back into the parks. Let's ride some rides. I've only rode Velocicoaster and the Hogmeade Express, or the Hogwarts Express. Let's ride some rides. I may actually have to buy a jacket or a long sleeve shirt because it is actually borderline cold right now. All right, we went to Studios this morning. Let's try Islands now. I don't know if there's much of a debate about which way to go at Islands of Adventure like there is at Epcot, like Mexico versus Canada. But I'm almost always a turn left and start at Marvel person, unless there's something specific I want to go to the other way. So, but that makes me think I should go the opposite way of where I normally go because don't want to do what I always do. So let's go this way first. So we're doing things we don't normally do. Although I feel like I've more often than not gone that way first lately because of Velocicoaster, so we need to go this way.
Remember,
So Hulk at night was sick, and as a result of how much fun that was, I was reminded of how much fun all the outdoor coasters are at night. So we're dropping the whole doing things I've never done before thing, and the priority now is to get a ride in on Velocicoaster and a ride in on Hagrid's at night. If we have time for anything else, so be it. If not, whatever. We're gonna try to get those two in. I have no idea what the wait times are, but we're gonna try. Ripsaw Falls was one I had on my list of things to do that I've not done or never done, but not in this weather. It's not cold, but it's definitely too cold for this. Like, look at these poor people riding along in their poncho. The last couple carts that have come down have been empty because I think nobody is doing this. Castle show is going on over at Hogwarts Castle right now. I said that in the weirdest way possible. All right, 60 minutes, we'll give it a shot. All right, it literally just switched the single rider to at capacity, but I was gonna give the standard line a run anyway because I haven't had much luck with single rider on this trip so far. So 60 minutes, we got time, let's give it a shot. All right, so after about 30 minutes, we actually made it to the interior part of the line. You don't get to see these in single rider. That ride is so awesome. When you go over the edge of the top hat at night, chef's kiss. I'm tempted to just jump back and ride it one more time, but I'm gonna at least walk over to Hagrid's and see what it looks like over there. This is maybe the least crowded I've ever seen Hogsmeade. I don't know if everybody's already bailed for the night or what, but hopefully this boded well for getting on Hagrid's. All right, it's got a quoted time at 1:30. So that would put me here till at least 10:40 and then waking back up at 3 a.m. I think I have to probably do the smart thing in this situation for once. So I tried to get back on the doing things I haven't done train, and I was gonna get a warm butterbeer at the Free Broomsticks, because it's a little chilly, but they ran out. So I'm gonna try to find some kind of food option of somewhere that I've never had before, because I haven't had dinner yet, and I gotta eat something, gotta fuel this body for the race tomorrow. Carbo load, maybe some pasta. Michael Scott it up, maybe? I don't know, I gotta find something. You know what? I think we are gonna do one last ride, and it's one I've never done before. This should be fun. Let me take my hat off. I thought that was like a people mover. It's way more dangerous.
David or Dingus McGee. E is for everyone under the sun.
Not gonna lie, this is kind of fun.
F is for friends who are all having
I
fun.
wish this went all the way around the park
G
though.
is for green.
Really good view of the lagoon. Velocicoaster over there.
A day at the beach.
Oh,
Q is for quick. Look,
I like this ride.
that must be a sneak.
Definitely wouldn't have expected to skip out on Hagrid's and ride the Seuss trolley, but never did it before. It was goofy but fun. Kind of like the people mover. All right, so I think the plan is gonna be I'm gonna go out in the city walk, see if I can snag a table for one somewhere, grab a late little dinner, head home and call it a night. But that might not work out. I don't know if there's any availability at any of the restaurants right now. I don't know if we can get in anywhere, but I'm gonna give Hard Rock a shot because I don't know if I've ever eaten at this Hard Rock. If I have, it's been a long time. So that was a no. I'm gonna try at least 2 more spots, see if there's just any way to get in anywhere. Okay, apologies for the abrupt jump cut here, but we are back at the resort hotel. I did manage to find a spot at the bar at NBC Grill Brew. But by the time I got my food, I was just so hungry I didn't really video anything while I was sitting there. I got some B-roll stuff, some just like shots of the food, shots of the menu, which you'll probably be seeing going over the top of this right now. And I got the chicken pesto pasta. I think it had a few other fancy add-ons onto its name there, but it was very good. It's not as good as the dish I had last night at Kona, but it was kind of like the perfect dish at the perfect time, because once I made that joke about, like, oh, Michael Scott, I should eat pasta tonight, that just ingrained in my brain. I have to eat pasta tonight. I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but it certainly happened to me in that instance, that I was just like, yeah, pasta, I have to eat pasta. And then by the time food came out, I was just starving. So the combination of being starving by the time I got it and just that weird brain thing that kicked in, that I just had decided I had to eat pasta, it all just came together to make it a very good meal. So shout out NBC Grill Brew. Not a drinker myself, but it is always odd to sit at a bar and just like only be drinking a water, because obviously I'm not a drinker to begin with, and I definitely can't drink with the race coming up tomorrow morning. But it was good, had fun overall day, mostly at Universal, but also did a little bit obviously over at the downtown Orlando, checking out the Harp and Certain Harp. I really should look up the name of that bar, because I really enjoyed myself while I was there, so I should probably get it correct, but here we are. One last note, I did, on my way back, I stopped at Walmart, bought a cheap hoodie, because it is shockingly chilly, especially once the sun goes down. Like, I keep looking at like the weather app on my phone, and it's like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, if it was this temperature in Nashville, I'd probably be borderline like sweating, but for some reason here, the temperature, at least what it says on my phone that it is, feels colder here than it does in Nashville. I'm sure that's like a whole like atmospheric pressure weather science thing that somebody could explain that's way over my head, but that's what it is. So went ahead and went to Walmart and bought a cheap, just like $10 hoodie to be able to wear while I'm waiting for the race to start, maybe for the first little bit before I'm able to get going. And then, as I've heard, you can just like kind of toss these off to the side, and Disney will collect them and donate them to, you know, I don't know, Goodwill or the Salvation Army or something like that. So I got that, so I'll be warm in the morning. Walmart here closes at 11. I don't know if all Walmarts or just the one that I went to closes at 11. I don't know if that's like across the board now, all Walmarts close at 11, or if it's just the one here or what. But I was like, I was even thinking if I woke up tomorrow and like when I went outside, if it was cold, I could stop at Walmart because Walmart's 24 hours a day. But then I, like, luckily it was like, well, I'll just stop on the way back tonight if I need something. And luckily I did, because they closed at 11, so I wouldn't have been able to stop in the morning before the race. But I'm rambling at this point, so it's race time. Tomorrow morning, the big day, running the Disney half marathon for Walt Disney World's Run Disney Marathon Weekend. Excited about it, exciting just to experience the whole thing. You know, I'm not out there running to make some kind of good time or to have an incredible journey or anything like that. I just want to see the sights, want to see the characters, want to just be a part of the whole thing. So that's what we got coming up tomorrow. Thank you for watching as always. I'm just waiting for more noises to be coming from outside, but I don't have anything at the moment. Good day, fun trip, 2 days left, and the big one's tomorrow with the race. So thanks for watching. Take it away, Mr. Cat.
Mr. Cat, moment of zen.